Welcome to the video. In this video we're going to be trying something out that a lot of subscribers have asked us about. Now in the past month or so we've been taking a long look at these i6S radios. Now on the channel already we have a little playlist where we've put all the videos for these radios in one place. We've looked at them from FlySky directly, from eSheen, from Turnigy. There's been loads of different versions. We've talked about how you upgrade the firmware, and we've also had a look at the different receivers as well. Now, one of the most common questions that we've had after doing all of those different versions and comparisons is, will the receivers from one manufacturer work with the radio of another? Now, the danger with doing these things is that a lot of this is potentially dependent on things like the firmware on the radio. So I will absolutely do the test because enough subscribers have asked for it, but I would caveat this video heavily and say that as versions of the firmware change, versions of the firmware on the receivers change, that the results that we get here aren't guaranteed with whatever radio and receiver that you're currently buying. I would always recommend that you check with whatever vendor you're getting your equipment from that it will work, and if they say it does and then you get it and it doesn't, then you have some recourse. So what we're going to do is we're going to get two radios out now. We're going to get one of the original FlySky versions. This one's actually the eSheen version, but it has the same firmware update as the original FlySky that we've already used on the channel. And we'll also get the Turnigy version out as well. And the reason that we'll get those two is that Turnigy is bringing out some really cute little small compact receivers which are going to be perfect for smaller multi-rotors, which is really what this radio's for. Without the trims, without some of the additional functions on here, it's not really designed for planes, although you could use it. It's not really, in my opinion, optimized for that. But it's a great starter radio for somebody that's looking to build their first quadcopter, and it has another 4 spare memories, 5 in total if you wanted to add other models too. So enough chat, let's get the radios out and let's do the test, and I'll show you what we found. So the first thing we're going to do then is let's actually go and try it with this Turnigy radio. So what we'll do is we'll see if the Turnigy radio here on the left can actually connect to these receivers. Now these are the receivers that we're going to test out. We're going to test out the TGY-iA6C, this little compact receiver, which is going to be great for quadcopters. We have this version here which came with the Turnigy, which is the Turnigy version of the IA6B, which we just saw in one of the previous videos. FlySky do their own as well, and this is the one that came with the black receiver here. This is the 10-channel receiver. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and use the receivers that came with the radios with their opposite number. So the Turnigy receivers will try with the FlySky and vice versa. So here we've got the Turnigy. Let me just show you things like the firmware version that we're actually running on here, because as I've said, this is all caveated. So this is that version of the firmware, and what we're going to do is let's go into receiver bind. Here we are, and now the radio is waiting. So what we'll do is we'll grab the FlySky FS-iA10B. We're going to plug the bind plug into the B VCC, and then just check which way the polarity is. Negative at the bottom. Plug the power in. Bingo, there you are, it's bound. Fantastic. Okay, so it looks like the Turnigy radio will bind to FlySky branded receivers, or it'll definitely bind to this one from what we can see here. That's good news. Let's try it the other way around. Let's see if the FlySky radios with the updated firmware will connect to the Turnigy receivers. So we'll try both of these guys here. So let's turn this on. And we'll go into receiver bind again. So the first one we'll try here is the Turnigy TGY-iA6B. Again, we'll pop the bind plug into the bind port, connect the power. Okay, this is interesting. It doesn't look like it's going to connect. No, it doesn't. It's usually instant when you power it up. Okay, that's a bit disappointing. So that means that if you have a FlySky radio, be careful of this, because until they change the firmware on these receivers from Turnigy, it probably won't work. All right, okay, that's fine. Let's try the other compact receiver, which is the one I'm actually really excited and interested in. The way we have to do this is you don't have to press anything, plug anything in, you just apply power with the receiver in bind mode. So we'll just plug it onto this side. Fantastic, that one has connected. So the great news is, in this situation with what we're doing here on the desk, you can connect one of these non-Turnigy i6S radios running this firmware to one of the Turnigy small receivers. Thank you for taking the time to watch that video. There are lots of other videos on the channel and they're carefully ordered into playlists, so you may find that there are other videos on this same subject that you can go and watch. So I would recommend going into the playlist area of Painless 360 YouTube channel and looking around and seeing what there is. You never know what you might find. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and happy flying.